The Jesuit Hour. Get to know the Jesuits. Discover their spirituality, their history, their ministries. The Jesuit Hour. Anything Jesuit, everything Jesuit. The Jesuit Hour.
Get your daily dose of inspiration through our music. Follow Just Call PH on Spotify and Just Call Music on YouTube.
Listen to songs and artists you didn't know you'd like. This is the Indie List on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. Tara na't simulan ang inyong umaga sa mga magagandang refleksyon tungkol sa ating buhay at pananampalataya. Kasama sina Father J. Boy Gonzales at Father Nono Alfonso ng Kapisanan ni Jesus, Binibining Risa Singson Kaupeng ng Feast Magazine, Father Fiel Pareha mula sa Archdiocese ng San Fernando, Pampanga at Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle. Dito sa Kapet Pandasal sa Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
Coming up next, ASPACes, Ateneo Parents in Action on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan, Radyo, Katipunan, Radyo, Katipunan, Radyo, 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 Katipunan, Radyo, Radyo, Katipunan. Voice of the Blue Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay Atenista, sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng kwela. Radyo, 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 Katipunan, Radyo, 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 Katipunan, Radyo, Radyo, Katipunan, Radyo, Katipunan. Kawal ni Ignacio, Katipunero, sugod, todo sa kayod, dunong at tulog, lipat na Blue Eagle, galing giting nagigil, blue and white, one big fight. Radyo, 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 Katipunan, Radyo, 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 Katipunan, Radyo, Radyo, Katipunan, Radyo,
They've been behind every exam week, every thesis defense, and every milestone along the way. As they grow into thinkers, leaders, and changemakers, we are right there with them, listening, learning, and leading. This is your space, your voice, your story, where parenthood, purpose, and community come together on air. This is ASPACes, Ateneo Parents in Action. Listen in, laugh with us, and journey alongside fellow Ateneo parents as we share stories of service, solidarity, and the magic in everyday parenting. ASPACes, your story, your voice, your space. Only here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
Go, Kali. Great afternoon, everyone. Welcome to ASPACes. This is brought to you by ASPAC, or Ateneo Schools Parents Council. By the way, thank you so much to all the freshman parents for attending the freshman parents orientation last Saturday. It's nice to meet you all. Magandang hapon, aking co-host, Press Andrew.
Good afternoon.
How are you? How was your week?
Okay. Doing well. Looking forward to our guests today.
Yes, and thank you so much for helping us with RDT. You know, even though you're an alumni ASPAC, you're still there to help. Thank you so much for your service. Well, this afternoon we have actually four guests. 3 are from PTK, and 1 is, of course, an artist from our Holland's official. Yes, it's a talent management. That's where I'm in. So let's welcome for a nice song just to open the show, Kali, Mel.
Kapag magulo na ang mundo, ikaw ang payapang hinahanap-hanap ko. Kumakabog na naman ang dibdib. Sa pagkabahala, nadala ng daigdig. Sa dami na nangyayari, saan ba ako lalapit? Kundi sa'yo lang ako kakapit. Kapag magulo na ang mundo, ikaw ang payapang hinahanap-hanap ko. Tumakbo ka rin patungo sa'kin kapag bumibigat na ang iyong dibdib. Ika'y sasalubungin. So, thank you po.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Later on, she's gonna sing 2 more songs for all of us. In the meantime, let's introduce our special guests. Yan. Kyle, could you please do the honor by exchanging the chairs so you could join us? Ayan, let's introduce our tuhons from PTK, starting off with PTK Meek Alcaraz. Welcome to the show. How was your trip?
Hello, it was great. Thanks, Gail. Hello, Sir Andrew. Don Jay, good afternoon, and thanks for having us. Hello, everyone. We're here at Radyo Katipunan. Good afternoon.
Yes, that's right. And we're live on Facebook and YouTube and Zeno. And of course, if you're in the area, we are being heard on 87.9 FM. That's one big FM. Welcome sa show din, Tuhon, Jay Bataklan. Kamusta, Jay?
Ay, naku, salamat.
Can you hold your mic?
Salamat. At thank you for ASPACes and to Gail and Sir Andrew. good afternoon to everybody, to Honmik and to Kyle. Marami pong salamat at mabuhay tayo.
Yes, mabuhay tayo. And of course, our youngest member from PTK, aking daughter. Hi Kyle, how was your midterms?
Tiring pero worth it.
Yeah, at nakapag-training na kami ulit sa Saturday kasi she got sick and then nagka-period and then midterm. So, very tough for Kyle. But, you know, she's strong kahit maliit yan. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure, Presando, you're familiar with Filipino martial arts, diba? Were you into it when you were, you know, younger or...
Well, I was into martial arts, but
What kind of martial arts were you into that day, during the day?
Used to into karate and
Karate.
judo. But I guess what would you classify as Filipino martial arts? Kasi marami yan, di ba?
That's right.
Can we ask them to name a few of the...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe we could start off with what is PTK? Siguro, a little background just so everyone will understand. Ano ba yung PTK? Pagkain ba yan? Or is it sort of a game? Sige.
Masarap na pagkain. Well, anyway, I think a better overview would be FMA, Filipino Martial Arts as it's called.
Okay.
Underneath it would be names, and these names could be synonymous to each other. This could be some practitioners would always link it as parts of a chain given a certain era in our history. So we have certain names like Kali, Arnis, and Eskrima. Arnis has been, for the most recent past, has been passed as the national martial sport. So this fell under the authorship of Senator Mig Subiri sa Senate, and it has been for the last ASEAN Games when it was introduced. Well, of course, tayong host noon, we na-wipe out naman natin lahat nung within the Southeast Asian. But Arnis, as it is a sport, has been with us for the longest time. 70s when it was formalized. And then Eskrima, ito yung mga practitioners natin from the South. Siyempre, ang ating mga kapatid at kababayan sa South, they've been very proud of the name. So, ito, makikita natin yung Hispanic influences. At the same time, though it could, this is a big discussion, but the name of Kali surfaced recently, in the past 2-3 decades. Well, some of it came from North America, but there are practices that is of the bladed culture and bladed mindset, which predates pre-Hispanic Filipino practice of a Filipino combat system. It is a bladed system, President Andrew, and it is now part and parcel that falls under the umbrella of the Filipino martial arts. So we have a very rich culture on that end, and then speaking of Pikititirsha, PTK as we call it, PTK Kali, Pikititirsha Kali, we call it now, but of course, being proud Katipunan, we are Pikititirsha Katipunan already.
Yes.
Si Kyle, yes, one of the young practitioners natin practicing here in Katipunan as well, could probably say in her experience that it has hopefully brought in a certain discipline in terms of your body in relation to weaponry, and at the same time weaponry in relation to your cultivating a certain kindness and compassion na hindi mo ito gagamitin sa quote-unquote masama.
That's right.
So, that is part and parcel of the culture that we'd like to bestow to our practitioners. Well,
Let's hear it
salamat
from Tuhon Meek Alcaraz. I believe you're the founder of PTK Katipunan. Tama ba ako?
PTK is a big group, and under that group, there are subgroups because there used to be students who later on became instructors. So they were encouraged to grow a group of their own, so we can propagate it a lot better and a lot faster. Because we feel that this is an advocacy. We would like to let everybody experience how to revisit our culture and to better know ourselves, So this is our medium. So we teach them the art, which is homegrown. So merong sense of pride and nationalism dito sa practice natin ng Filipino martial arts. And over the years, lumaki yung organization, and we prefer to use the group name Katipunan because it was founded here in Quezon City, and most of us are either residing here, studying within the area, or ito yung usual na pinagpa-practice na namin before, which happens to be UP's part. But we also trained in Balara, which is also historical in itself. Kasi ang Katipunan at that time, naging battleground din ang Balara. So we feel comfortable dito sa area. But we are a global organization. We do have organizations and chapters in certain parts of North America, South America, Russia, and of course Southeast Asia. So it's a big organization, but we are just one of the many Pikiti Tertia Cali organizations. And Pikiti Tertia is only one of the many Filipino martial arts systems.
I
So
see.
it's a big family.
So who's the founder of PTK? Pero,
Well, I'd like to founder of PTK, ang hirap i-trace yan. But
Okay.
it is the roots. Most recent is that we are guided by the sabi nga yung carrier of the system, which is the Grand Tuhon, the one and only Leo T. Gahe Jr. So pag his name has been etched, he has been in a number of Hall of Fame sa martial arts on a global stage. Most recent was him being a Lifetime Achievement Award given to him in Las Vegas, alongside yung Filipino rin na proponent ng JKD, which is Dan Inosanto of yung famous student partner ni Bruce Lee in the States. So pag nakita mo ang North America, yung East Coast where Tuhon Gahe was starting to propagate the system, West Coast naman, nandyan yung Hollywood. So Danny Inosanto was there. Both of them now in their late 80s, 87 si Grand Tuhon, 88 yata si Tuhon Gurudan. Which I had the privilege of giving yung kanyang plaque of Tuhonship by the Grand Tuhon. These are icons, Hollywood icons for martial arts, and then training on a global scale in terms of sharing to those who matter. These are the military, police forces, security, and si Tuhon Miki has been very focused on that advocacy as well, to share the system, not just to us civilians or given an advocacy of culture, but also to share it to those who matter. Matter meaning those who would protect and defend certain liberties that we have as a human race. So yan yung mga and I just want to add, ang Katipunan was born out of a training group to practice. Then kasi you cannot practice martial arts alone. You can, with forms and right now with online training. But it takes a community. It takes a big community to help each other, to shed light on certain things, to guide people, the young people, and even remind the elder ones. Sandali, are we really back on track on what really is most important in life?
yeah.
So I think
That's right.
I think that's the umbrella message that we'd like through the arts, we have history, we have culture, we have respect for each other. And I think that's bottom line. If we have that, we're very hopeful.
Yeah. When did the PTK Katipunan founded? Kailan ba?
Let's say we're going to celebrate our 20th year
Kailan to?
in December.
Talaga? Wow.
2 decades.
Grabe, December. Officially.
Formally as an organization, 2 decades.
What date? Ano to? December ano?
December 15.
Wow!
We'll have
So,
a party on the 5th.
galing! Okay. And what are your plans for the 20th anniversary for the
Well,
PTK Katipunan?
I have just recently visited our group in Malaysia. They celebrated
So,
their
sister,
10th.
ano natin sila? Group, shall we say?
Anak na natin.
Oh, it's different.
It's an
Anak na siya.
Yes.
Wow.
born out of Katipunan.
So for
Galing.
every country, there's a celebration as well. But we will be having our global celebration this December. So it's going to
galing.
be a gathering, of course. There'll be training. There will be holiday training, and there will be fellowship in the evening. There will be an awarding of leadership awards to local and national leaders.
Nice.
And there will be testings for promotion. And eventually there will be
Wow.
promotion as well. And it's...
I'd like to add.
You can use your
I'd
mic.
like to add to Gail and President Patrick. Ang celebration ng Katipunan, it's not just all about Katipunan. This is also about us reaching out to brother FMA, sister FMA practitioners from other systems.
Yeah.
We've started a sort of tradition, acknowledging efforts by mga pangunahing guru natin.
Yes, we actually give awards to instructors and masters from other styles. So hindi kami
okay.
exclusive, So we do
Alright.
recognize the accomplishments and achievements of other martial arts masters from a different style, non-PTK. So we render them the award na we call parangal sa natatanging tagapagsanay. So it's an award that we show to recognize and yung kanyang efforts and contribution that's worthy of emulation.
Wow.
So isa yon sa mga ginagawa namin during the celebration.
That's
So we
good.
invite them. We introduce them to everybody, and they can bring in their students and they can do a demo. Then after the
Wow.
demo, we can render the award to them.
That's amazing. I believe hindi lang civilians ang tinetrain nyo, di ba? Lalo na si Tuhonmi kasi he's very, very busy with trainings. I don't know. Anong groups na ba or units that you have been, involved with?
There are two specific groups, one belonging to the military and the other one sa law enforcement. So under these two groups, marami silang mga agencies. Sa law enforcement, they have the Coast Guard, the police.
Presidential security.
So what do you teach them? The same thing that we do during our trainings? What's the usual thing?
Overall, it's basically the same art. But
Alright.
there are certain applications that's pretty much exclusive sa kanila,
Depending on their needs.
Depending on their operational needs, that
Okay.
may require them to do certain movements
Alright.
that might not be appropriate for us sa civilians or
Baka sobrang intense na yan.
may not be appropriate sa law enforcement because you see
Right.
we have three different
Doctrines,
doctrines for civilians, including kids and the elderly. We have the law enforcement, which is mostly arrests, apprehension, and yung military iba naman. So iba't iba yung mga curriculum for each group. So sa atin iba. Sa kanila iba din.
Okay.
And sa military, we have the Army, we have the Marine Corps, we have the PSG, sa law enforcement from PDEA, NBI, PNP.
Yeah.
Scout Rangers, of course. We cannot forget them.
Yeah.
Diyan ang bahay ngayon. Diyan ang home of Pikititir siya in the Philippine Army.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Pero I just want to add from where Tuhon Miki was saying, Pikititir siya Katipunan has been, it's not just about us. So we've carried it upon ourselves to build certain organizations that would address certain needs for certain communities. And one of them is with the mandate of the Grand Tuhon, si Tuhon Mike and myself, we've been part of this advocacy of bringing in and sharing this system to and create an association, a PTK association for combat instructors and tactical instructors.
That's
So this
great.
is a global organization na we see to it that certain checks and balances are set and met, and certain standards na it's not just going on a vertical accumulation of techniques, but more a breadth of knowledge in terms of our horizontal growth as well, para mas malalim yung pagtusok natin sa ano.
So suffice it to say, we wear a different hat for a specific group. So for civilians, we have a different way of teaching. Sa military and law enforcement naman, iba din. But generally, we're speaking about the same art. So there are only two arms and then two sets, arms and legs. So movement is universal. Yung mga techniques lang na nagkakaiba.
I see. Okay. I'd like to ask Kyle kasi syempre I actually invited her pero siya talaga yung kumausap kasi kay Tuhon J. What encouraged you, my little girl, to join PTK? Kasi I'd like to ask her personally. Lapit ka sa mic, anak.
Well, the very first reason is for self-defense. Kasi ever since I was little, I've
And
wanted
you're
to...
still little. Ang sama ni Miss Andrew.
It's not the height.
Oh, it's not about the height. Totoo yan, di ba? Sige, anak.
Yeah, my height is also an advantage. But this is a great opportunity rin kasi I get to learn more about Philippine martial arts, and I've had little experience sa past. I tried Taekwondo in my old school, pero hindi ko na continue. And so I was like, over the years, I still wanted to, continue martial arts. So this is a great opportunity rin kasi it promotes responsibility. For me, it has like cultural significance and as a form of identity. And it's a great community po. I have a lot of fun and I get to learn a lot about martial arts.
Yeah, would you like to invite your classmates and your friends to join also the training?
Ano na, hinihintay niyo?
Ano ba hinihintay nyo? Join na. Oo.
Ano ba?
It's
May
very
ano ba
fun.
yan? May limitations? Meaning, how young can you get into it? How
That's a
old
nice
can you get into it?
May I? Okay. President Patrick, nakakatuwa because the practice as we have found out as well in terms of history is that pre-Hispanic, hindi tayo patriarchal or matriarchal. We are egalitarian. So, yung rights of women, children, yung medyo respected. So, in terms of even them learning the system, sabi nga nung ni Grant Tuhon, tatlo lang yan. It needs to be efficient, it needs to be effective, and it needs to be transferred as fast as you can. So, ito yung mga elements na for every class or session, there should be a takeaway. It's not an accumulation of techniques, but it is a deeper understanding of where you are and what you could do, and a certain set of skills that would be passed on, and you need to train on those skills as well. So, pinatatalas, we get our senses sharpened, our mind sharpened, our heart bolder in terms of and wiser and kinder, hopefully.
So, ibig sabihin,
wala
si
pong
Pres
edad.
Andrew pwedeng mag-join.
Oo.
Ano po, si Grant Tuhon is 88 and he could
Still active.
take on a lot of us as well. Oo.
Wow.
89 ang Tuhon ang Guru Dan Inosanto. So we have elite practitioners at very young ages like that. And we have Kyle. Nandito. And we have a kids program. Summer, ginagawa namin ito. some of them are children of our mga kasama sa Katipunan. And even si Tuhon Miki started as kids very early. And they are taught certain values in the movements. They're taught playing nga to. Ito yung mga laro lang, akala nila laro lang because of focus on footwork, body mechanics.
Right.
End of the day, ano yan? You'd be amazed. Pagdating nila sa teens nila and then to adulthood, they still carry on the nabibigla kami pag nakita kami sa mall. They pay respect to us, and I feel
really
the
good.
age, but I'm so proud of them. Oo.
That's right. What about you too, Mika? What's the youngest so far that you trained?
Well, I have taught a kid age mga 6 siguro.
Talaga? Wow. Okay.
But you see, it's a very flexible art that you can teach it to adults, the elderly, and even the young ones. Of course, you get to choose your words, right? You get to choose your techniques, yung baka mamaya pumasok sa school. Tapos, along with the skill, you teach them also yung respect for rules. Kasi when you train with a youngster, you have to educate the person how to follow certain angles and certain distances and certain respect for the weapons and equal respect to a training partner.
Yes.
So during the session, merong sense of recognition dun sa rules, sa authority. So it's not about teaching them how to become violent. Actually, you're teaching them how to maximize their bodily potential, and when situations arise that they need to distance themselves from harm, they can use these movements to distance themselves from harm.
I see.
And sa atin, we are like more over 50s and 60s, no? There's no heavy lifting. We don't need to kick too high. So yung
Or
flexibility.
we don't need to split, diba?
No. No cartwheels, no splittings, no heavy liftings. But it's a very flexible and well-rounded art.
Yeah, that's why I actually joined the group as well. Anyway, before we continue, I'd like to say hello to Damaso Natividad Jr. Sino yun?
Mandala June.
Oh, hi! Hi po! And of course, to Brian Cunanan. I think ito yung kasama natin madalas. Si Matangkad. Yeah.
Kamukha ni Alden.
Yes. Siya pala yung si Alden. Okay, so we're done with the theories. Maybe we could show them some demos. Siguro we could move these 2 chairs. Diba? Para naman, Kuya Jojo, can we move these 2 tables po? Para naman makapag demo naman sila. So we could show them.
We can actually do it here. Here na.
Di ba mahirap dyan? Okay lang. Sige. Ay, hindi makikita yung footwork. Kasi we wanted to show sana yung footwork then. Ay, Kyle, you join them as well. Eh, hindi kakasya pati si Kyle.
Si Tuhon Miki could do magic on this.
Well, most of the martial arts that we see, they start with empty hands, and as they progress, they work on weaponry.
Yes.
With our art, we start with weapons.
Okay.
Because nowadays nobody will approach you and ask for your money or your cell phone without introducing weapons.
Okay.
So most of the time, we orient them with the long and short of it. Ano yung long and short of it? The long part is what we refer to as the baton. But this is an impact weapon, but it can also be translated in terms of movement. It can be translated to edged weapons, no? And the baton is a good tool. One, it can be a piece of stick, which we can bring anywhere. No, it can be a badminton racket or something like that. But for law enforcement and self-defense, umbrella, we use the baton, and then it's a common carry among those providing close protection. So the baton can be used against any form of weaponry. Let's just say, for instance, si Tonje is holding an edged weapon. So what I basically want to do is, number one, I want to distance myself. He wants to be closer kasi this is a close-range weapon. I'm holding a long-range weapon, so I'd like to manage yung range that I will be away from his reach because all he needs is to extend his hand. So any part of your body can be a target. It can be the upper part, the middle part, or the lower part, in which case I have to make sure that I have good timing And by way of training, I have to place my feet in such a way that I can angle myself and then get out of the line of attack. So let's just say he's gonna give me an attack towards my neck, no? So for this matter, si Tonjay is left-handed. So normally,
wall kasi.
but it can be right-handed. But it can be anywhere, no? So if in this case he's left-handed, I would like to get out of this path because this is the path where the knife is going. So I'd like to move out here. I can go for a direct strike. If I miss, I have to make sure that I have several other movements ready just in case I miss him the first time. So I can go along it or I can go against it. But again, making sure that I can reach him, but he can't reach me. So what's gonna save you basically is your feet. If you want to get out of trouble, you walk away from it. Pero it's better to run away from it
Run
faster.
as
No?
much as you can.
But worst comes to worst, you find yourself cornered anywhere. Your tool is an expression of your hand movement. So that could be a tap, and that could be a strike, that could be a push. Then you have to keep your eye open kung saan yung possible exit mo. So it can also be in the form of you're cooking and yung tool na nagamit mo is a knife. In the gravest extreme, dito na may represent yung artistic part.
Okay.
So, when you go to different parts of the world, in different countries, they express the art using their sword and their knives. We also have expression of the art using the short weapon. So we express it in either in an attacker and a receiver format, or it can be a form it can be in the form of a flow. So it can be like this and that, and this and that. And out of this form, you can work on your expression.
Okay.
So this initial movement, that could be an initial movement. This could be a next set of movement that I can express the art that I've already learned. No?
Oh, wala the audio, sorry.
Ayan, so we can present it in a format na parang form. Then at the same time, we can express the movement in sequences. Ayan.
Ayan.
Halimbawa si Kyle.
Pwede ba sa lipat ito sa harap?
Ayan. So si Kyle can face the opponent. So when the opponent reaches, Kyle can move away, can tap, and he can use and express the art in so many ways, in angles. Yeah. So did you just see how Kyle pushed away the arm?
Right.
So you can actually use, back in the day, it's a shield. Pero since you're not holding a shield, it may be a flashlight or it could be just empty-handed. She can use the left hand to parry and express the art using the tool that she chose. It can be a piece of wood, it can be a piece of metal or a piece of stick, or it can also be a key. So let's just say, si Kyle, wala siya makuwang iba, no? So she can use the key also to defend herself. So again, it's using the same scenario. Pero with the key, you can use it to certain parts of the body that will prevent further aggression. Okay. Your goal is to disrupt the attack and break contact and escape. So that's the idea, because there's no point in staying there for like 5 minutes fighting a big guy. So people like us, si Kyle and myself, we're not gifted.
Present.
We're not gifted with yan. So anyway, so it can be a pen, it can be anything, or the microphone itself.
Okay.
She can use actually. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very natural.
It can be anything. Thanks, Kyle. It can be anything, or it can be your empty hands as well. So let's just say he attacks me, and I'll respond with an empty hand. That could be your set of movement.
Wow.
So
Okay.
if it's going to be that could be a direct hit. This could be a disarm. This could be a reversal. That's the art as expressed, in a different way.
Okay. It's like you're dancing, di ba?
Dancing.
Kailangan talaga. That's why those were the first, di ba, things that we started. It was always the footwork, di ba? And yung arms. Kasi
That is correct.
you have to really make sure to move freely, 'di ba? Wala namang certain rules na kailangan una yung left or right, but you know, whatever you feel, tama ba?
Well, the fight
Whatever
is dynamic,
however you
ano?
feel comfortable.
If you're facing me like here, and
Yes.
somebody approaches you from
Kunyari
this
si
side,
Pres Andrew bigla na lang, sige, would you like to
like if I'm fighting Tonje here,
Okay.
we're engaged, no? Tapos si Press Andrew is here. So this time I'm fighting Press Andrew with my right side na nandyan. So I have to, use my right hand for the most part kasi ito yung pinakamalapit sa kanya. I can readily deflect. If he's trying to reach me sa shoulder, I can push. I can parry it. Or if he's going to reach for my lower body, I can use it to push away or to block it, something like that. Then I can reach him also with an extension of the hand. That means I have to move a little bit closer to be able to push you there. So there are parts of the face na you can touch that will inflict a little bit of harm sa kanya just to distract him
And these
in a
are?
bodily way.
Okay.
And that will buy you some window of opportunity to escape.
All
So
right.
even though we are oriented with the use of some bladed implement, we always make sure that the students are also taught on
Okay.
how to humanely use it.
Oh, okay.
So we did talk about the law. If we talk about bearing it in your person when you go out of the house,
Right.
kasi carrying it is already prohibited.
Yes, oo, bawal
And much
yun
more
eh.
yung paggamit sa kanya, it's hard to justify.
That's right.
But we'd rather teach the student how to use it in this level
Okay.
rather than teach the student yung level lang nito when they need to escalate the skill set in a given confrontation, hindi sila maka-escalate kasi they were not oriented there.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're oriented here, it's easy to de-escalate. But of course, along with the laws that cover the tools, we want to teach and have students who are law-abiding and also who will perform these techniques in a humane sort of way, not excessively,
Yeah, that's right.
Pero no, I'd like to add as well na this isn't we're not reinventing any wheel on this one. This has already been a practice na even our teachers in a Grand Tuhon would always say to us that Pikititir siya is for for smart people, for intelligent people. It is given by an intelligent race, which is the Kayumangi, and with that is a heritage that we are smart. We are smart people, meaning that if we practice, the intellect could speak with the body, and the body could express it in a manner. So, yung sinasabi na kailangan the guidance of the teachers under Katipunan. We are proud that fellow sisters and brothers in the system like Sina Gail may be young, but she has a certain maturity in the art. And pag nakita mo yan, sometimes it's not how long have you been practicing, but how much effort or you show up in terms of training as well. So for us, there is really no secret. The secret is you put in the time, put in the energy, and then para kang nagtatanim, you'll reap it. You'll reap certain aspects of it in the long run. So yung value proposition for Katipunan has always been you remain to be respectful. That is bottom line for everybody, not just for your next, but to yourself. If you cannot express that respect for yourself, you cannot take courage. So then you take courage, and then when you take courage, you could protect yourself. Then you could protect others as well.
There's actually quite a number of people who's been with us for more than a decade.
Wow.
The whole 20 years plus.
Yeah, but of course, some people can only spend so much time with a hobby or an art such as ours. So people also do come and go. But we have people who's been around with us training. So it goes to show that the art's rich. And even though you've spent years already, you still get to learn something new and a different perspective as time goes by. What you saw and what you trained on day one or week one, you may be looking at it from a different perspective over the years, differently na. So, ang daming mga discovery, even us, senior instructors, we have a lot of discoveries when we look back dun sa mga old footages.
Oh, yeah. What do we have mga members who are students or who started as students and now they are professionals but still practicing PTK? Marami ba tayong ganon?
Yes, yes. Sir, there's a part of the practice ng art that you have to go through a certain curriculum. Parang academe din, ano?
So may exams din to?
Yes, yes. So we start off with 3 basic ranks for students. The beginner, the intermediate, and the advanced students. So may curriculum siya. And before you step up to each level, there's a test that you have to...
may exam pala to.
Yeah, you have to take.
Mind you, it's not you presenting yourself na I want to be promoted.
Okay.
It is your teacher
Yes.
who would vouch on for you
All
and
right.
said, Kyle, you're ready. Even if you feel you're not, that if your teacher would say, so, ano yan, yun ang mga magandang dynamics of the student-teacher relationship.
Exactly. And then after the student ranks, we have our teacher ranks.
May teacher rank. So
Yes.
student tas may teacher.
Yung
Okay.
first teacher rank is we call lakan guru or apprentice instructor. So you get to be subjected in a year of probationary apprenticeship. So you're under probation as an instructor. After a year of assisting, you get evaluated and you move up to the next, which is the guru.
Oh, wow.
It's a full instructor. So technically, you know the ins and outs of the curriculum. And as you go along, parang principal, meron kaming mataas na guro.
Okay.
Yung
So-
height of technical proficiency
And that's the
naman.
height of the technical proficiency. So we have the student rank, the instructor rank, then the last one is the leadership rank.
Leadership. So dun sa teacher, ano yung mga levels natin? I mean, di ba may mga term tayo? Ano yung mga levels doon?
Well, yun nga, yung apprentice teacher, which is the Lakan Guru.
Lakan Guru, okay.
Yan yung he has a year or
Yes, a year.
a year for service. Ito yung a year for service that all activities, not just that falls under Katipunan, but falls under propagation for the advocacy, kailangan nandyan siya. And with the guidance of a senior instructor or a senior leader, yun yung apprenticeship period niya. And then afterwards, you have a guru. Yun nga sabi ng Tuhon Miki, that gives you a full reign on the system. Meaning that you could teach it, you could share, you could show it proficiently, and at the same time, yung mataas na guro, which is technical proficiency.
Wow.
You could teach certain levels of with a certain mastery already.
So after guro, yun yung tuhon.
No.
Hindi pa.
Yeah, you
Okay.
need to, after being a teacher,
All right.
that is your training ground for leadership. We need to bear in mind, Sister Gail, that we need to push people to their comfort zones for them to, parang, we put them on certain test of fire. Para paglabas mo dyan, mas pino yung ginto.
That's right. Along with several other leadership ranks, ang pinaka-popular is yung Grand Tuhon, which is yung Grandmaster.
Okay.
In our case, it's Grand Tuhon Leo Gahe. Then comes yung Tuhon. So both Tuhon J, myself, and many others have that rank.
Okay.
So in English translation, that's basically a master.
Master. Okay. Yun pala yun. So, let's invite everyone. They might be interested or siguro they don't know lang about what we do. So maybe this is the best time to invite everyone. Please do the honors.
Oh, thank you very much,
Tuan
sis. I'd like to invite everybody to revisit our cultural art, which is Filipino martial arts, otherwise known as Kali, Arnis, and Eskrima. You can just browse in the internet, type these names, and you'll see a whole lot of styles. So the style that we carry, of course, is Pikiti Tertia Kali. If you want to try Pikiti Tertia Kali, there's a whole lot of Pikititir Sakali organizations, both locally and abroad. You can correspond with them and get to know their training schedules, and you can join and get to try some of their training schedules. But for us, we have our training schedules every week. We have one in UP, of which
have
Tuan
one,
J is
yes,
very
so-
much involved.
Ano yan, taking off from that, there are a number. If we have 7,000 islands, we have 7,000 systems. So even for Pikititir siya, ang dami namin. Pero for Katipunan, we'd like to invite everybody. There is a page we call PTK Pilipinas. It's on Facebook and on IG, dun sa mga
Gen Z.
and then at the same time, we have a page on sa Facebook, which is also PTK Pilipinas. And we have Pikititir siya, Kali Katipunan. And we have PTK Katipunan as well. And we have the global organization. If you're outside of the country, you would see yung mga organizations that fall under Katipunan. It is Pikititir siya, Global Katipunan. So yeah, we invite you on social media pages. We have our own. Ako may TikTok na rin ako. So,
May TikTok na rin.
We're there online and
Yeah.
And
Every
then-
Saturday, di ba, we have 9 to 11, tama?
every Saturday at UP Carillon Tower
Yes.
here in Diliman. And of course, ayan, part of Katipunan, we have a 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. session, and we have a PM session at 3 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Yeah.
As well. Every Saturday po ito.
Yeah.
And try it out.
It's free. Baka magtatanong kasi sila kung may bayad. Libre po ito. So you can join us.
Pasyal po kayo, and then if you'd like to progress doon, and then you put in not just the investment of putting in the time, but also putting in and building relationships as well.
That's right.
It's a community. Katipunan is first and foremost a community that we'd like to build around Pikititir siya and around the Filipino martial system of martial arts na umbrella. And we're proud Pinoys. Sariling atin. Atin ito. And we'd like to do good for PTK as well. And honor those who went ahead of us.
Yep. Let's greet our brothers and sisters from the UP PTK Carillon. Si Brother Jonas, yan, usually siya yung panghapon, 3 to 5. Si Guro Egay and JV, sila yung usually sa umaga, diba? And sila Brian and who else? Sino pa ba yung mga kasama natin?
Guru Neil.
Yes.
Sumisipot po kami doon. Every now and then, parang kami kabuti.
Yep.
And we try to meet as much people under Katipunan as well.
Right.
Kasi I think that's the way to do it. We need to build not just online relationships, but we need to get and share our energies as well.
That's
Everyone.
right. Hello to Rhea Rosas Gadi. Hello, Sir J. Bataclan.
Rhea!
Hello. And also to Ronald Kahanap. Mabuhay ang Pikititir siya Katipunan. Pugay. Ayan. Before we have Kali once again to sing the last two songs, ayan, I'm inviting you all to please support ASPAC. We're gonna have the Ateneo tuloy. Our gala dinner on November 22. Ayan, we have tickets here, or you can visit the Facebook page of ASPAC. We're selling tickets. This is actually to help to get more ASPAC scholars here at Ateneo. So ticket is only 3,500, and the venue is Ateneo College Covered Courts. Ayan, November 22. Ayan po, please help us sell our tickets. Ayun. So, final words tayo from Tuhon Mick and Tuhon J. And let's call back. Asa na ba yung ating artist? So, makapag-ready na siya to sing his last two songs. Yes? Final words from Tuhon Mick and Tuhon J.
Well, again, I'd like to thank Sis Gail and Sir Andrew and Radyo Katipunan. Thank you very much for having us this afternoon. It was a very pleasurable experience. Salamat po.
Yes, it's really an
Same for
honor.
us.
Marami pong salamat para sa Radyo Katipunan, sa aming mga kasama sa Pikititir siya, Kali Katipunan, and to our Grand Tuhon, Leo Tigahe, marami pong salamat, pugay at padayon po para sa inyo and for our country as well. This is para sa bayan. Let's stay together, let's stay resilient, and let's stay proud and true to ourselves. Maraming po salamat at mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Thank you so much, Tuhon Mick and Tuhon Jay. And of course, let's pray for our country na sana wala ng earthquakes dahil sunod-sunod yung mga earth. Let's pray. Let's help each other, everyone. Yung mga meron, might as well help those who are less fortunate ones. Again, this is ASPACes happening every Monday, and this is our episode 21. So next week, we might have a guest who's gonna talk about emergency preparedness. Let's find out. Yeah, next week po yan. And then may mga kasama tayo from our Rotaract of Rotary Club of QC Media Tech. Yeah, and what about you? Any advice to everyone out there, especially about self-defense and emergency preparedness? Press Andrew?
Self-defense always is very important, especially now. I mean, it's topmost in the minds of parents that they want to be sure that their children are safe, and the best way is to prepare them to handle themselves when they are by themselves, no? Or away. In other words, away from the sphere of influence of the parents. No? Yun ang talagang worry. So, saludo ko. As much as I have been in martial arts, and I've also had my kids also go through, this is something that is very interesting for me because of also it promotes a certain underlying philosophy or background, which is sariling atin, which is good. So hats off to you, and I hope more success, that a lot more people get to try and enjoy the philosophy and the practice.
Marami pong salamat. It's a life skill.
Thank you.
It's a life skill.
Right.
Sir.
What about Kyle? Meron ka bang gustong i-greet? Hi, people from Temps International.
Yeah, hello guys. You might be surprised seeing me first time sa live. So, if you're in the area, punta kayo sa UP Carrillion Tower and
Pag Saturday.
Pag Saturday, wag naman araw-araw sa punta kayo dun. Meron nga 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. and then 9 to 11 a.m. So, try out Kali. It's fun.
PTK, yes. Thank you so much, Kyle. Hello, Max Veer Gamboa Mortel Jr. Awesome. Watching from Bacoor, Cavite. Mabuhay ang PTK Katipunan. That's from Max Veer. Maraming salamat. We'll have you soon again next time para naman sa mga hindi pa nakapanood today, or you can watch the replay. It's just on Facebook and YouTube. And let me say hello to Sis Mara, Sofia Mara, and of course Merrick, and of course our club, Rotary Club of QC Media Tech. And of course, hello to the BU. Ayan, mga BU ng Holland International and Velvet Scene, and sa lahat ng ating mga artists. And of course, Direct Mike and Direct Sam. So here's Calimel once again giving you his, one is an original called Pabia, and another song, a cover song. This is ASPACes. Maraming salamat for joining us. Oh, by the way, Armscore pala is heading to Davao. That's why I wore this shirt. October 16 to 19. They'll be in Davao for the Tactical Survival Arms Expo. Saludo po ako sa Armscore. Thank you, everyone. Take it away, Kali Mel from Holland's Official. Sarah Imelda watching from the US. Hello, Sarah Imelda. Mahabol.
I wonder, maybe you should bring the scholars.
Pwede na.
Tahimik ang mundo, nagsimula ng lahat sa'yo. Paano naiiwas kung ika'y laging nandyan? Di alam anong gagawin pag ika'y napasa'kin. Sana'y malaman mo na ito ay para sa'yo. Ikaw lamang, walang iba ang ninanais ko. Kahit tagal kitang hinintay o giliw ko, sa dinami-dami ng tao dito sa mundo. Kaya sana naman mapansin mo. Laging may kaba sa tuwing nariyan ka. Araw man o gabi, ikaw lang ang nasa isip. Tuwing kapiling ka, araw ko ay kay saya. Ikaw na pala ang nais kong magkasama. Ikaw lamang, walang iba ang ninanais ko. Kahit tagal kitang hinintay o giliw ko, sa dinami-dami ng tao dito sa mundo. Kaya sana naman mapansin mo. Sana ay pagbigyan mo na ako. Dahil ito ay tapat at totoo. Ikaw lamang, walang iba ang ninanais ko. Kahit tagal kitang hinintay o giliw ko, sa dinami-dami ng tao dito sa mundo. Kaya sana naman mapansin mo. So, hi po. Ako po pala ulit si Kali. I'm singer-songwriter all the way from Palawan. So, maraming bago po ako sa last song ko po is nagpapasalamat po ako sa pag-invite sa akin ng Radyo Katipunan 87.9. Tsaka please support Hollens po. Yan. Artist. Yeah, by Mulat Media. Yan. So, this is my last song. Ang title po nito is Nandito Po Ako. Mayroon akong nais malaman. Maaari bang magtanong? Alam mo ba matagal na kitang iniibig? Matagal na kong naghihintay, ngunit mayroon ka ng ibang minamahal. Kung kaya't ako'y di mo pinapansin, kung ganun pa man, nais kong malaman mo, ang puso kong ito'y para lang sa'yo. Nandito ako, umiibig sa'yo, kahit na nagdurugo ang puso. At kung sakaling iwanan ka niya, huwag kang mag-alala, may nagmamahal sa'yo, nandito ako. Nandito ako. So, yun po, maraming salamat po ulit.
They've been behind every exam week, every thesis defense, and every milestone along the way. As they grow into thinkers, leaders, and changemakers, we are right there with them, listening, learning, and leading. This is your space, your voice, your story, where parenthood, purpose, and community come together on air. This is ASPACes, Ateneo Parents in Action. Listen in, laugh with us, and journey alongside fellow Ateneo parents as we share stories of service, solidarity, and the magic in everyday parenting. ASPACes, your story, your voice, your space. Only here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
3 o'clock